Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. I'm Miss Hafizah Binti Abdullah and I'm an English teacher from SMK Sultan Idris Shah to Gerik. In this video, I'll be focusing on paper 3, our speaking paper, specifically part 3. Our topic revolves around Unit 7, Mother Nature, which is taken from the Form 4 Curriculum Standard. I will also share with you some useful tips to prepare you well and make you all confident sitting for this paper. Okay pupils, now let's have a quick run through of the whole speaking paper or the third paper of SPM. There are 3 parts. The first part is interview, the second part is individual long turn, and the last part is discussion. In this video, we will only focus on the third part, which is discussion. This paper aims to test the candidates' the communicative skills, particularly understanding, applying, analyzing, and also evaluating. Okay, now let's focus on part 3 of this paper. In this part, there are a few requirements that you need to fulfill. When you receive this printed rubric, you will be given about 20 seconds to think and prepare for your answers. Then, both candidates will spend about 1 minute to elaborate 2 to 3 points using the points provided in the mind map. Candidates can take turn elaborate the points. That will take up about 2 minutes. If you cannot finish all the points, that is totally fine. Okay, after that, for 1 minute, both candidates will discuss and decide the best point. Lastly, for 2 minutes, both candidates will have to answer one extended question given by the teacher. This is a sample of rubric. Let me read to you the question. Educational trips to natural destination are becoming more common in school. The first part asks you to talk about the benefits of joining school nature field trips. The second part, decide which is the most important reason why pupils should get involved in school nature field trips. So they give you the answers or the points in the form of mind map. The first one, can escape from routine. Second one, fun and relaxing. Third one, spectacular scenery and fresh air. Fourth one, appealing and can create interest in new career. The fifth one, can expand knowledge through hands-on activities. And the last point, can get valuable learning experience. The extended question down there, how can school improve the guidelines for nature field trips? Okay, let's practice the question. After you get the question, you spend about 20 seconds to prepare, and then candidate A will start to elaborate at least 2 benefits to join school nature field trips. Okay, candidate A will start. For example, candidate A can pick the first point, can escape from routine, and the second point, fun and relaxing. Take turn, okay? Explain the first part first, the first point, and then do not forget to elaborate. And then candidate B will take turn by explaining the first point. For example, appealing and can create interest in new career. Okay, do not forget to elaborate. And then candidate A once again will elaborate on fun and relaxing point. And then candidate B will end with explaining, elaborating the points on can expand knowledge through hands-on activities. Okay. Because time is very limited, so it's better for you to take only 2 points and try to elaborate it well, rather than take 3 points and you do not elaborate at all. So that's most important thing, okay? Okay, after you have elaborated the points in the mind map, you have to discuss and decide with your partner which is the most important reason why pupils should get involved in school nature field trips. Okay, in this part, both candidate A and B will have to play part, try to agree or disagree with the partner's points, and lastly, one have to summarize the most important reason. You can agree or you can disagree with the others. Lastly, do not forget that you have to answer one more extended question. How can schools improve the guidelines for nature field trips? Candidate A or B can start first, give out your idea, and that's all. Okay, here I would like to share with you some useful guides on phrases that you can use when you are answering speaking test. Okay, first of all, when you are opening discussion, you can use to begin with, first of all, shall we start with. When you are giving opinion, you can use in my opinion. To me, I personally believe when you are asking or if partners agrees or disagrees, you can use, do you agree with me that? Do you think so? Am I right? When you decide, you can use, okay, let's decide. I think we have decided that. Next, when you are agreeing, you can say, I think you have a point there. Yes, I totally agree with you. When you disagree, you can say, actually, I don't quite agree with you. I do not think it's a good way. When you want to show response, you can say, really? Do you think so? Oh, that's lovely. And lastly, when you want to express preferences, that sounds interesting. I prefer your second point. That is good, but... Now let's have a look at the sample answer. This is the sample answer. Remember, in the first part of the question, it asks you to talk about the benefits of joining school nature field trips. Okay, so candidate A may start like this. To begin with, the first benefit of joining school nature field trips is pupils can escape from daily school routine. They can break free from mundane of the classroom and go out to see the world. It offers excitement and anticipation to get them involved in learning. Okay, candidate B can continue. Yes, I definitely agree with you. In my opinion, joining school nature field trips is appealing and it can create interest in new careers. When they go to school nature field trips, they get to broaden their horizon and see how nature conservation functions. This will expose them to new careers that they have never imagined. Am I right? Okay, candidate A can continue. You are totally right. The next benefit of taking part in school nature field trip is it is fun and relaxing. Just imagine being able to learn informally outside your classroom and away from the stress of textbook. Interaction with nature is not only motivating and engaging, but also helping them learn more effectively. Candidate B can respond, I think you have a point there. Another benefit of joining school nature field trips is it allows pupils to expand their knowledge through hands-on activities. They can gain better understanding of topics that they learn about as they get to see, touch, listen, and feel on their own. To be exact, learning will be interest-driven and not teacher or curriculum-driven. That's how you answer the first question. Okay, for the second question, the question asks you, decide which is the most important reason why pupils should get involved in school nature field trips. Okay, so here is how you answer it. In my opinion, the most important reason why pupils should get involved in school nature field trip is they get to expand knowledge through hands-on activities. As mentioned by candidate B, it offers greater understanding of the particular topics to learners through hands-on experience. Pupils can remember concepts and specific details from what they have witnessed and experienced during the trips. This is very helpful when they are tested in examinations too. Okay, let's say that candidate B wants to agree. He can say, yes, I do feel the same. Doing hands-on activities during field trips is not only helpful in learning about topics, but it gives abundant memorable experience and deep knowledge about various aspects in life, including positive values such as tolerance and empathy. This is significant as it aligns with the curriculum. Okay, and candidate A is taking role as the one summarizing. So candidate A can say, in conclusion, both of us have decided that the most important reason why pupils should get involved in school nature field trips is pupils can expand knowledge through hands-on activities offered. Thank you. Okay, lastly, for the third question, a standard question, it asks you, how can school improve the guidelines for nature field trips? So candidate A might say, first of all, I believe the school needs to carefully select the place and activities. Even if the activities offered meet the purpose of the trip, school has to do pre-visit to ensure the safety of both pupils and teachers. On top of that, a school has to be aware of the possible hazards when exploring outdoors and make sure that all necessary medications are taken along. Candidate B can respond, I think pupils need to be well prepared with correct behavior in order to make the nature field trips successful. Teacher can make a list of roles in which pupils need to practice and adhere before the trip. Always remind them that they are representing the school. This is crucial to avoid any unwanted incident from happening, as well as making sure the trip achieves its goals. Okay pupils, you might want to take note of these tips. First of all, try your best to give correct facts when delivering your ideas. Secondly, try to avoid fillers if you can. Fillers like will expose your communicative ability, and this will make your marks affected. Don't worry so much if you really cannot make full sentences. At least try to give your points in word form. You will be given minimum marks for that. The next one, avoid uncertainties by not using words like maybe, etc., or even making hanging sentences with phrases like in there. Okay? And lastly, when doing discussion, if your partner is stutter or lost of ideas, you may want to ask him, do you agree with me? Because these can help them necessarily, but make sure you don't overdo it. Lastly, for the final tips, during the test, don't forget to first smile and greet the two examiners. Okay, secondly, listen carefully to the question. If you do not understand, you may ask. Number 3, try to speak clearly. Okay. Number 4, avoid short forms, for example, gonna, kinda, wanna. Next one, avoid saying I don't know. Try to answer the question as best as you can. And lastly, if you can, try to compliment your partner. Okay, you can say right, yeah, like that. Okay, and after the test, say thanks to the two examiners and push the chair back gently. Okay, thank you for watching the video. I hope it will be very helpful for you to answer for your speaking paper, specifically part 3. All the best. Thank you.